Dear students, good morning. This is the extension of the previous session that is what we updated here in the deep learning. We are going to see about how the deep learning works. Okay, so we are speaking about the deep learning and its concepts, but we need to precise how it is works. Okay, and here the deep learning is implemented through neural networks. All we knew, and we have given the enough detail about this, and the motivation behind neural networks is biological neuron. Okay, how our neuron in our brain cells it is working, the same thing it will be implemented in terms of the intelligence, what the intelligence we are going to give to the machine, that is called machine learning, as well as the deep learning in using the some type of hidden layers. Likewise we will imbibe, and these deep learning will involved to analyze the large data set. Okay, so this is how artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning is correlated as a set and subsets. And here how the neurons of neuron you just see our biological neuron. The picture represents our biological neurons, and how it is related with our artificial intelligence techniques, that is this dendrite, it receives signals from other neurons. As we all knew, as a biological neuron, in the dendrites, the usage of dendrites, it used to receive the signals from other neurons. Okay, and coming to the cell body, it sends the sums all the inputs, and the axon it is used to transmit the signals to the other cells. So likewise it is represented now here into the schematic of your neuron in a neural net. You just we can see here the x1, x2, x3 are inputs, and what we measure, that is the w1, w2, w3 are the weights. Based upon the periodical weightage it will be selected and it will be summed, that is called transfer function. Here we had a cell body for the sums, so here we have the transfer function for the sum, and we'll have the activation function. The activation function, we may have variety of activation function like sigmoid, relief, and so many. Okay, so likewise is the activation function we have. After that we will have the output. Okay, so this is how the motivation behind the neural networks in the biological neurons is taking place, sorry. And unique characteristics, these are the unique characteristic we need to we need to know, aware about the neural networks in terms of the deep learning. And it is one is automatic feature extraction. So the feature, what are the features we need that will be extracted automatically for is use, and make use of high dimensional data for training, and defines higher level features from lower level features obtained from the previous layer. Yeah, this is the important part behind this. It defines higher level features from lower level features obtained from the previous layer, and it is a representation of a learning method, and it can solve real world and unconstrained problems such as NLP, that is natural language processing, image recognition, etc. Okay, because this neural networks very much useful under day-to-day applications, and major like in the space application, defense, and automation, in commercial applications, and they are where not. Okay, so especially in terms of the image recognition, video processing, as well as the natural language processing and automation. Okay, so these are the unique characteristics we can list about the deep learning. What are they? That is automatic feature extraction, and it will be make use of high dimensional data, that is here the bulletin point is high dimensional data, and they define higher level features from lower level features obtained from the previous layer. And it is a representation learning method, and it can solve real world or unconstrained problems such as NLP, image recognition, etc. Okay, so all these things comes under the unique characteristics of deep learning. Now we'll see about the categories. What are the categories under this? Here we can list three types of categories. One is supervised or discriminative deep learning, and another one is unsupervised or generative deep learning, and hybrid deep architecture. Okay, so these are the three categories we have. Supervised, in the name itself we could aware that what is supervised. So it will be the some it will be the under passing of some monitoring, that is a supervised, or we can say this other name, discriminative deep learning. And coming to the unsupervised, so without supervision, the machine itself, it can analyze and it will be trained, and that's why it is the other name, it is called generative, it generates by own. Okay, so unsupervised or generative deep learning. And coming to the hybrid deep architecture, it consists of supervised as well as the unsupervised. So which kind of applications, or what kind of application do we have, according to that it will be after whether it is supervised, unsupervised, or hybrid deep architecture. And coming to the theoretical review, we need to aware of these theoretical review parts. We have the five important metrics, or can say five important categories. First one is learning algorithm. So while analyzing the deep learning, we have to choose, that is, we must be choosy enough to do the learning algorithm, what kind of learning algorithm we are going for, and what are the data size it can be occupied, and what are the learning algorithm, and especially what kind of problems could be solved. All those things we must aware before itself. We need have a theoretical review, so that in the programming part we are able to understand and implement very easily. Okay, coming to the representation learning, so what kind of representation and what sort of application we are going for, those things we need consider. And overfitting techniques, yes, obviously here also we must be choosy enough to head the overfitting and underfitting, like PCA, that is all those things, overfitting techniques we must aware of it. And optimization methods also, we have many categories of optimization method and deep learning variants. Okay, so these are the five, under five categories we should analyze about the deep learning. And what is the problem and what are the things we need under the five categories we should analyze. So after that we will proceed, then only the process will be quite fine. So still now we have discussed about the how deep learning works with the biological, and how it is differed from the biological neurons, and how it is aligned with the biological neurons we discussed. And the unique characteristics of deep learning, and what are the categories behind this deep learning, as well as the theoretical review, what are the parts we could concentrate while analyzing the problem. Okay, so thank you for your passion.